How's everybody doing? Everybody got their hands clean today? Washing their hands? Well, my name is Honey May, and today we're going to be talking about COVID-19, the really popular disease that is going around. Well, maybe not popular, but everybody knows that it's happening. During this lockdown, there's pandemic, everybody school and everything else, staying home, being locked down. But anyways, I want to start by saying COVID-19, the symptoms where it started, it first identified on December 2019 in Wuhan, China. When it got identified, it actually spread over 188 countries, which is really crazy. And over 24 million people who was positive with the COVID-19. And over 831,000 deaths that had happened, and 16 million people who recovered from COVID-19 who are okay now. The high risks of COVID-19 and the symptoms of how I want to say, the high risks is basically people who are elderly, people who have HIV, people who have lung disease, heart disease, asthma, people who has pneumonia. They're high risks of leading to death of COVID-19. I now want to talk about, since we reviewed the symptoms and everything else of COVID-19, I also want to talk about how Dr. Sky Blue, who is also on a task force from Idaho of COVID-19, who is wanting to initiate and recommend people to wear masks when they go out in public, to also have social distance of 6 feet or further. Actually 2 meters, 6 feet, same thing, right? But I also want to say, during the times when it passed through the whole United States and everything else, keeping your distance is based right now, especially with Dr. David Pate, who is a former CEO of the Luke Hospital and is also on a task force of Idaho of COVID-19. They want to inform people to stay their distance, to not spread any further with everything else, because it is spreading more in the United States more than ever. Because in China, people do not have any symptoms at all. Or actually, they're reporting as of today that they don't even have a case of coronavirus. But in the United States, we have more. We have a lot of numbers. I will talk about it more about it, but for right now, I want to just get to the symptoms and review most about what's causing the problem. Now, I also want to go and continue to talk about washing your hands. Washing your hands is basically a form of helping the bacteria not spread so much. Because when you touch anything, when you go out to events, to stores, and stuff like that, you can actually get it from your hand. And if you touch your face and touch elderly people, touch infants, pregnant people, they can actually get the COVID-19 from being touched, from you touching anything else. When washing your hands, you want to make sure your hands are wet with warm water. Put a lot of soap, and you want to actually kind of, I'm going to demonstrate some. So you want to kind of do this when you get in the water and go back and forth, and you want to scrub in and out, scrub them in your fingernails into your hands, and put the water everywhere, and make sure you scrub for at least 20 seconds or more, because to help the bacteria not spread so much through your hands. Sometimes you want to get your arms and your elbows. I mean, I do, but everybody's different nowadays. Since we talk about washing hands, I want to continue to talk about wearing your masks. When you wear your mask, you want to make sure you get a mask that's helpful, that can help you breathe through your mask. And you also, when you go out into public, you want to make sure you carry a hand-to-go hand sanitizer. At least use the one that's 65% alcohol based or more, because it helps your bacteria again to help clean yourself. And then when you do come home, when you go out in public and stuff, that make sure you also get Lysol. Make sure you clean your house. Make sure you don't want to put something inside your shoes, because it actually does get into your shoes and it spreads more when you go on feet. So you want to mop, clean, do everything that you can to help yourself, prevent yourself from getting the condition that you don't want to be in, to stay safe. I also want to talk about quarantine. I know a lot of people are quarantined now during this pandemic, staying on lockdown. If you have any type of symptoms of, getting sick or feeling illness, shortness of breath, go to the hospital, go get checked. It's safer that way. I promise you, if you are negative, that would be great, because when I went to the hospital, I got tested twice, and it was a big stick. It goes up both nostrils, and it goes in 10 seconds, and the test is about 8 hours to 3 days, and both mine were negative. But hey, you just never know. Sometimes you have symptoms, sometimes you don't. But you want to stay clear of it. It's controversial that you do wash your hands. Like I said, it's best for you. Well, I recommend, anyways. Also, Dr. Darren Lee also recommends that when you're feeling in type of shortness of breath, body aches or anything, you want to make sure that you actually seek somebody for help. Anyways, in conclusion, since I talked about the symptoms, the sickness, your whereabouts, washing hands, and staying safe, I want to make sure that everybody is aware of the COVID-19, and all the doctors that I recommended, that I have said before, will make you understand and help you understand the situation that's going on right now. I want to thank you for your time.